With any field of study, there are certain foundations or fundamentals that really need to be learned that are the building blocks for understanding a greater topic. So with Himalayan art, if you want to study the art from the point of view of a religious context, then you really have to learn the number sets. You don't have to learn all the number sets, but you have to learn the basic ones, and you have to have an idea of what the number sets are and what they mean, such as the Buddha. The historical Buddha is one. Then you have the Buddhas of the 3 times. You have the 5 symbolic Buddhas. You have the Buddhas of the 8 or 10 directions. You have the Buddhas, the 8 medicine Buddhas. You have the 35 confession Buddhas. Anyway, ongoing. So the number sets are very important. If you want to study Himalayan art from an art history point of view, then you have to learn styles and chronology and regions. These are really the 3 fundamental areas. Now, for iconography, what's absolutely important is to know the 11 figurative forms. This is the groundwork for recognizing figures in Himalayan art, be it painting or sculpture. So, with wrathful deities or wrathful appearance, we have for deities we have peaceful, we have semi-peaceful, semi-wrathful, wrathful, and then animal featured. Now, for the wrathful appearance, this is all based on Indian literature, classical Indian literature, and it's based on the raksha figure. Raksha is considered a kind of a demon figure, and it is found most popularly, it's found in the Ramayana, the story of Rama and the kidnapping of Sita by Ravana on the island of Lanka, or the present-day island of Sri Lanka. So in Vajrayana Buddhism, wrathful deities are based on the descriptions of the raksha figures from classical Indian literature. And how do they appear? Well, they're ugly, they're gruesome. Most noticeably, they have 2 or 3 large, very wide open bloodshot eyes. The mouth is open with the teeth bared, meaning you can see the teeth clearly, and the tongue is often quite visible and lolling about, quite long, quite red. Now, the figures in general can be described as being more short and stout, so thick-limbed. They can be any color; it doesn't matter. They can be dark blue or white, red. It just doesn't matter with the color. Now, the next point, other than the general physical appearance, is then the adornments. They often have very wrathful, gruesome ornaments, meaning they have snakes for earrings or for bracelets, necklaces. They have bone ornaments. They can have a necklace of 50 freshly severed heads, or they can have a necklace of 50 dried skulls. They can be smeared with cemetery ash, grease from dead bodies from a cemetery, and then often they're surrounded by fire and smoke. The hair also generally flies upwards. It's often brown or ochre or orange colored or yellow, and it also looks a little bit like flame bristling upward. There's usually a mustache, a bit of a beard, and this can be found also on the female deities. So wrathful deities are a particular appearance, extremely common, and it's one of the 11 figurative forms, and it really has to be known along with the other 11, the other 10. All of these need to be, you need to be able to really recognize them, describe them. You have to memorize them. It's not really a big deal, and you know what most of them are already because they're quite obvious. For the most part, they're quite obvious. So press the like button. You can subscribe. You can also help support HAR by joining HAR on Patreon.